Hey y'all, what's up? I need to take Matthew with me wherever I go because that was like sometimes you got a bio and people read it, but when Matt read it, like I feel good, like I can get loose up a little bit, all right? Good morning, what's happening? Oh yeah, I'm about to get it popping, okay? I'm thrilled, super thrilled and honored to be here with you all this morning. First, I want to do the cousins, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, the besties, the homies, your old heads, everybody that took part in this community to get you where you're at. Stand up and give them a round of applause. You get what I'm saying, right? The whole community and village. But more importantly, class of 2021, we here because of you. So everybody else stand up and give the class of 2021 a huge round of applause. Nah, y'all really not feeling me. I've seen some of y'all at concerts here, the Summer Soul Series, get a little bit more hype than that. Let's give the class of 2021 a huge round of applause again. All right, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. What y'all say, no cap? I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. I have no idea who my graduation speaker was when I graduated 100 years ago from Aspen, right? So I get it. In the grand scheme of things in your life, you might not remember anything I'm gonna say today, right? You might not ever remember that. However, it's my obligation to keep it all the way real with you today. And I promise I won't mince my words. I promise we're going to walk away here with some jewels and promise you we're going to celebrate all the way. So if you never remember anything I say, and in the words of one of our greatest thinkers and greatest poets and greatest writers, Maya Angelou, yeah, for sure, we're going to quote Maya. She said, people never remember what you taught them, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. So I want you to feel today, because there's a feeling at the Dell right now. There's a feeling of struggle, but struggling well. There's a feeling of overcoming, and there's a feeling that you should be celebrated at every step of this moment. So walk this journey with us today and feel, and I promise you, I know I'm standing in between you and getting your diploma, so I ain't gonna be too long. All right? Forgive me for that. It was a little bit of a longer intro. Before they started anything, they started everything with a preamble, aka the intros on the album was long. And they gave me permission to do preamble. So I'm giving you some backstory in the spirit of the brothers and sisters that I spent some time in South Africa with. They said, Akbar, do you? Tell the backstory. Because the backstory is important. How you got here is important. And what you do from here moving forward is even more important. A couple of things that I want to get. Again, the bio is a bio. Those are just words on paper. You live long enough, you'll do things. You live long enough, you connect with the right people, you'll get some words on paper, and then somebody's going to say that's your bio. Those things are not important to me. What's important are those three things. I'm a father. Amaya's out there right now. My other two are in school. I'm a leader, and I mean leadership as action, not a title. You don't need a title to lead. As a matter of fact, some titles are overrated. Many of the titles I held in my life were overrated. It's what you do when you're in position to lead. And lastly, being a mentor, and that's paying it forward. Those are those trees you plant when nobody's around that future generations are going to benefit from. And I'd argue you've been doing that, whether somebody highlighted you or not. A couple quick things. I'm going to talk about 6 things really quick, and they're just going to be bullet points to get you out of here with. First one, experience is a hard teacher because he or she gives you the test first and the lesson afterwards. I want you to think about your journey during the pandemic. What lessons were learned? Again, I'm going to say it, you might have missed it. Experience is a hard teacher. He or she gives you the test first and then the lesson afterwards. Which one of those lessons are you going to take with you? Again, I talked about being from a neighborhood. All of those lessons I took. I would not be on this stage right now if it wasn't for the community of people that impacted my life. I'm from Uptown, born and raised. It wasn't just the first lyric of the opening to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was not a perfect neighborhood, but the community came together to help raise me. And I'd argue that all the time you've been in Pickett, the neighborhood you're from, the families you're from, is the same community that helped raise you. Which is super important. Don't ever let anybody switch that narrative or tell you a different narrative about your neighborhood, about your family, or about your school. Again, experience is a hard teacher. Teach you to give you a test first and a lesson afterwards. You talked about perseverance. I heard the perseverance boards. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. That's what you were born with. It's in your DNA. You activated it. You didn't have to learn it. It's who you are because you grew up in America. It's a part of your fiber to overcome. It's a part of your DNA to overcome. It's a part of your lineage to overcome. And what you did by this commencement today, you walked accordingly and stood in that lineage. Give yourselves a round of applause. Secondly, old head told me one time, yeah, I speak in old head, I say John because I'm from Philly. I was told at one time in school I can't say John. And now I've seen it being appropriated across the world. So I'm going to say John today. Old head told me one time, he said, Akbar is not who you know or what you know, it's who knows you and who do they know, and what do they know you for. I'm going to say it again. Old head said it's not what you know. You got to know some stuff. Again, your diploma is certified, so you know some stuff. That's important. But it's not what you know, it's not who you know. I argue that who you know is important too. But he took it another step. Not what you know, not who you know, but who knows you and what do they know you for? Ask yourself that question. When you walk out of this door today, what do people know you for? Because those are going to be the people that are known in your circles that's going to walk with you forever. Who knows you and what do they know you for? More importantly, you get to dictate who people know you for. Next one, where are you now? Again, we talked about a pandemic. I'm going to be honest with you. Your generation is probably getting called on to do something my generation couldn't do. Think about the uprisings you just went through. My generation was taught, go to school, get a good job. I got you. We come from the equator too, so it's in our DNA. I got you. It's in your DNA. All right, next one. Sister said it's hot. Oh, here talking about, I want you to follow in the footsteps of those that came before you. All right? Next one, and this is my last one, and this is for the community. I'm going to quote James Baldwin. He said, children have never been very good at listening to their elders, but they've never failed to imitate them. I'm going to say that again. Children have been very good at listening to their elders, but they've never failed to imitate them. And I'm saying the adults in the room, are we worthy of imitation? We need to be the ones that when they leave this day, that they can continue to look at as a beacon of hope. Because our day is almost done and they're leading along the way. Last story and I'll get you out of here, right? Somebody talked about Miss Kine. I'm going to ask you who your Dr. Harvell is. I went to Penn State Athens. I played a little basketball in high school. Junior college D3 ball wasn't that deep, right? But for me, it was that deep. I would walk on campus with my bag, and I would get approached by my African American studies teacher, Dr. Harvell. It was 1995. She wore a big afro. She was from Dinwiddie, Virginia. She had a country accent. She said, Akbar, why are you here? Ooh, that hurt bad, but I feel you, sister. You trying to get out of here, but I'm going to finish this story and say, who's your Dr. Harvell? Dr. Harvell said, Akbar, why are you here? Sister up top said, why am I still here? I'm still here because somebody challenged me. I said, I'm here to play basketball. She said, Akbar, young, beautiful, talented black brother, you are here to do more than play basketball. You are in the hallowed halls of academia. Look more than just a basketball player. And she challenged me. And I heard the valedictorian talk about Miss Kine. Who's your Dr. Harvell that's going to challenge you? Who's your Miss Kine that you're going to challenge you? Who have you been running away from that has jewels that you are yet to receive? And I'm telling you right now, don't be afraid of the challenge. Find your Dr. Harvell, find your Miss Khan. Last but not least, again, congratulations to the class of 2021. You deserve everything in life that you'll get. Shout out to everybody in the audience who were patient with me. Again, one more round of applause for the Mastery Picket Campus class of 2021. Thank you.